I believe that Ian Garry is going to beat Belal Muhammad at UFC Qatar in the co-main event of Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker. And here's how I have it going. This co-main event is honestly a really good co-main event in the welterweight division. Both of these guys are, I think, ranked inside the top 10, closer to the top 5, almost both of them. So this fight has huge implications on who gets another title shot. And if Ian Garry or Belal Muhammad do it in exciting fashion, they could, put their name in the hat of who is going to be challenging Islam Makhachev for the next title shot for the welterweight title. So here we go. As we go through it here, I have the keys for Belal Muhammad in this one. I'm going to be giving my keys for both Ian and Belal. So here we go. Keys for Belal include wrestling and grappling. We all know we got to remember the name, remember the wrestling, remember the takedowns of Belal Muhammad. He has good wrestling, has good grappling, and if he's able to get it off on you, he is very dominant in that. And he will take rounds and just beat you in the grappling and wrestling because you don't have any. So that's one thing that I think he's going to be able to try to use against Ian Garry. Relentless takedown attempts. This is what he needs to do. Ian Garry is a great striker on the feet. He's fantastic on the feet, and he's very tall. He's very lengthy, and he likes to keep his distance. But I need Belal Muhammad to, if he's going to win, I need him to relent. I need him to shoot like 4 takedowns around, 4 or 5 takedowns around. And when I mean like you shoot a takedown, I don't mean you shoot and then you stop. I mean that you actively are initiating grappling clinch exchanges. If you don't get the single leg and now he's up against the cage, do it again. Run the pipe again. Go for the hips. Shoot a double, right? Work in the clinch. Knees to the thigh, right? Make it boring, Belal. Beat Ian Garry, make it boring. And then we have his Canelo hands. He has the cleanest boxing in the UFC, guys. He's the best boxer in UFC, baby. Come on. Max Holloway, who? Come on. Ilya Topuria, who? This guy's the best boxer. He has Canelo hands. And maybe he tries to put that mustard on Ian Garry. Maybe Ian Garry's not worrying about this too much. I think he should, to be honest. The Canelo hands have to come out. He has to be sharp on the feet. That just doesn't mean his hands. That means his kicks as well. And using his strikes effectively to get in the range where he can use his grappling. That's mostly what his Canelo hands will be used for. And now we have the keys for Ian Garry. Up. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. I have the keys for Ian Garry. Keeping range, staying long. What I mean by this is Ian Garry 6'3". Belal Muhammad is 5'11". Maybe 5'10". Yeah, keep range. You're bigger. You have longer reach. You have longer legs. You are able to keep distance, able to keep range on a guy who wants to get in close on you. Yeah, you should probably do that because he does have his takedowns. He does have his grappling. And I assume Belal Muhammad's pretty strong if he's able to dominate guys on the ground and hold him down there. So you do have to worry about that. Keep long, keep your range. And how do you do that? You do that with kicks, legs, body, head. Right? The teeps up the middle, the leg kicks, the head kicks, right? Keeping a person who wants to get in on your range or get in on his range, keep him at bay, right? Have the jab, poke the jab out there. You know what I mean? Just poke the jab, nothing too crazy. Poke a jab, leg kick, and then poke the jab, high kick. You know what I'm saying? Body kicks constantly, teep every time. There should be always something. 1, 2, 3, body kick. 1, 2, 3, pop the jab. 1, 2, 3, fake the jab, leg kick. Right? There should always be kicks involved with Ian Garry taking on Belal Muhammad. I believe in this one. And now we have movement on the back foot. It's gonna be a thing where Belal is going to pressure Ian Garry. He's going to try to put him on the back foot and put him up against the cage and try to get his own takedowns. So movement on the back foot is very crucial for Ian Garry in this matchup, because if he doesn't have effective movement on the back foot, he will give up his hips and potentially get taken down or potentially get grappled up against the cage. So he needs to be able to move very well on the back foot. That means circling off the cage. That means trying to stay in the center as much as possible to try to avoid those clinches on the fence or clinches not in open space, or the tripping up against the cage because you're backing up too much. So that's the keys for Ian Garry that I believe is going to lead him to success. And who do I have winning? I'm sure if you didn't see the spoiler, I have Ian Garry winning. I have Ian Garry winning this fight via decision. I have him pretty much dominating this fight if I had to put some numbers on it. 49-46, 49-46, and 50-45. I could truly see a world where Belal Muhammad just isn't able to get his grappling off. And Ian Garry's just too long, too rangy, and too, honestly, skilled on the feet to not even have him be in precarious situations up against the cage or in the grappling. I don't think that Belal Muhammad, I would love for him to shoot a lot because then that means he'll have a better chance at winning these rounds. I don't think when Belal Muhammad is going to be able to get a takedown, I don't think he'll shoot a lot of takedowns. You know what I mean? I think he'll shoot maybe 1 to 2 and then not get it and then use his Canelo hands on the feet, and I don't think that's going to go well for him. So I have Ian Garry winning this one. I think he does it quite impressively, right? He does it better than, the people that Belal has beat, right? I feel like Leon Edwards could, if he's, awake from the knockout of Carlos Prates, he can, use a thing or two about how I believe Gary's going to approach this matchup. And he's going to be kicking himself at the feet like, damn, like, I could have done that too. I'm also skilled at fighting. I could have also done that. So that is the keys for Ian Garry. This is who I have winning the decision. Ian Garry, 49-46 on 2 scorecards and then a 50-45. I was going to go 48-47, but I don't think Belal's really going to make it that close. I think maybe Belal steals around for maybe he's stalling on the cage a little bit, or maybe Ian Garry takes off, round 4 or 5 because, he's just been kind of whooping up on Belal, and then Belal gets the round. But on 1 scorecard, they still get the rounds of Ian Garry because it did enough damage. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This UFC QATAR card is going to have huge implications on, next upcoming title fights. So it's going to be a really fun thing to see. And hope you guys are going to be watching as I will. So thank you guys so much for watching, as always. Hold up. Let me go back. There we go. And as always, take it easy. Peace.